Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, nice to meet you. My name is Reija and I'm a huge makeup addict, especially eyeshadow, especially colorful eyeshadow, as you can see from the look today. Today is Friday, so it's Is It Too Old for Friday video, part 35 I believe. And today, as you saw from the title, I'm using the Gourmande Girls Radioactive palette, which is full of shimmers, duochromes and multichromes. And this is the look that we are going to do today. And if you're new here and you haven't seen any of the Is It Too Old for Friday videos yet, usually I take one older palette and Beauty Bay Bright Mattes and I play palette bingo with them. I usually take 4 shades from the main palette and 2 shades from the Beauty Bay Bright Mattes. But today I took 3 shades from the Radioactive and 4 shades from the Bright Mattes. So today's video is a bit different than they usually are. But yeah, that's all. If you want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new upload. And now let's go draw the shades that we are using today. Let's draw the shades for this week's Is It Too Old for Friday. And as you saw from the title and intro, I'm using the Gourmande Girls Radioactive today with the Beauty Bay Bright Matte. I was thinking I'll take 3 shades from the Radioactive and 3 or 4, depending on situation, from the Bright Matte. So let's start with the Radioactive. Number 10. Number 10 is this dark purple called Isotope. And the next shade, number 2, is this kind of greeny purple shade called Exposure. This one, you see it as green, I see it as purple. So these are duo or multichromes. And the last shade from the Radioactive, oops, number 3 is the shade next to previous one called Elemental, which is a stunning shade. So we got a very dark shimmers today, though there isn't tons of very light either on this palette. So, and then I'll take the Bright Matte palette. We'll have to change the number in here to 42. Look at my cup. It's just like me. If you hear sounds, it's 5 p.m. and Monday evening already, so I'm filming this quite late. Okay, so let's take then shade number 136 from Bright Matte. Is this a little lighter lavender? It's called Living for Lavender. Fitting. And the next shade, .38, is a bit darker, called Wisteria. Now let's hope I get one darker shade. More darker shade, please. 11. It's not darker. Oops. Not darker, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Tutti Frutti. So I'm gonna try one more shade. Number 4 is a darker brown called Pecan. It's still not very dark, but I guess we can do something with it. Preppy Pecan. Okay, so those are the shades that I'm going to be using today, and I'll go do my brows and eye base and think what I'm gonna do and I'll come back to start the look then. Let's begin with the makeup. I'm gonna show you the shades again. So from the Radioactive we got Isotope, Exposure and Elemental. And from Bright Mattes we got Living for Lavender, Wisteria, Tutti Frutti, I only wrote Tutti, but Tutti Frutti, and Preppy pecan. So let me write the end here. There. So my plan is I'm gonna use the purples and the brown on my top lid, and from the shimmers I'm gonna use, no wait, I'm gonna use them, yeah, the browns and the purples on top lid, and then Tutti Frutti in the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use this purple and this blue on my top lid, and then this one in my lower lash line called Exposure. So I just put it some coffee, so I put some milk on my coffee and there was a splash that went right into my eye. It doesn't sting actually in the eye. That's interesting. So I'm gonna start with the brown. I want to do kind of like a, I'm gonna use the Morphe brush. This is like a very tiny brush. I'm gonna start with the brown. I'm gonna do a look that I haven't done in a while. I used the P. Louise eye base in Rumour too. So I'm just gonna start with the brown called Preppy Pecan. And I'm not worried of the bottom part of this because I'm gonna cut the crease. Just realized I haven't done these looks in a while and felt like I wanna do one. Normally I wouldn't film this time either, but I took nice, like I was a bit tired, so when I came from groceries, so I decided to take a nap, and I slept from 11 to 15 to 2 p.m. So like about 3 hours. And I went to pick up my son from the school and came back and fell asleep again, and then I woke up around 4 p.m. and I drank some coffee and waited that Pasi wakes up because Leo had left the tablet in the bedroom, and then I started to film. So I'm gonna take the shade Wisteria now. Take P. Louise brush 198, and we'll start to blend. So I'll take the shade Wisteria. I'll put the shades in the screen again as usual. Why does this Bright Mattes always surprise me with the pigment? You know, stupid me. I always forget it's very pigmented. Of course, I haven't filmed these videos in a while, so because the work has been, well, we made now some easiness to my work, so I don't have so much responsibility, so hopefully that will help with my mental health. And I want a bit bigger brush, so this is Essence Eye Blender brush, and I'll take that shade Living for Lavender. This isn't very light shade either, so we'll see. And this is more cool tone than the Wisteria that we used, but this is just now that we have. Oh yeah, now I know why it's so picked up so well. It's because it was natural hairbrush. Those pick up shades very much, very way easier than synthetic brushes. They have different kind of texture. It's not smooth texture as in synthetic hair brushes has, so that's why it picks up so well. With any shadows, if you have problems with some shadows not picking up well on brushes and you use synthetic brushes, try with natural hair. Of course not if you are vegan or something, but and some shimmers don't pick up very well on synthetic brushes and very well on natural hair brushes. Also there is hybrids, like I'm affiliated with Jessup. I'll put the code in the screen. You'll get 15% off. And there, most of the brushes that I have, these bamboo brushes, these are vegan and cruelty free, so these don't have that, but most of their brushes have a mixture of natural hair and synthetic hair. And I really at least like those Jessup brushes. I'm going to order more brushes next time that I get money, because I need more bigger brushes. So then I'm gonna take bigger fluffy brush. So this is Flyer 302 rounded blending brush, and just, you know, blend a bit more, like I think that will do now, and now we'll have to cut the crease. I'm going over the base with the other side of the brush to get the excess off. I don't like to use that much eyeshadow base anymore that I used to. And I have to do a bit correcting in here. Like that. And then we'll start with the shimmers. So I'm gonna put the Elemental, which is the bluey one, in the inner part, and the isotopes to the outer part. And I'm gonna take now natural hairbrush for the shimmers. So this is P. Louise flat brush. This is 126, and I'm also going to wet my brush. So I'm gonna start with the Elemental. On the front part of the lid. I'm so happy these still work very well, because this is starting to get old. This palette, was by the way gifted to me, this palette. From Gourmande Girls owner. Christina, she's such an angel. Most of the stuff that I'm using on my channel I have bought myself. This is one of the rare ones that I have been gifted. Like that, and then I'm gonna take the Isotopes, which is the dark purple. I'm of course gonna clean the bottom edge, so don't worry about that. Then I'm gonna do a bit of blending, so they merge together beautifully. Then I'm gonna take that first shade and more, and these have so much fallout if you don't wet the brush, just remember that. Looking good. Now we'll take that my debugking tool has a sharp edge, which is perfect for this. Okay, so I have this Beauty Bay silver liquid shadow. Let me see if I can read the name. Selenite. This was in, what collection was it? I'm not 100% sure. Was it the dark collection or something? I'm still gonna clean a bit here. So I'm gonna do like a liner between the matte and the shimmer with this one. So this kind of like a maybe gunmetal something. So I took just this kind of nail art brush from, I don't know, did I buy this from Shein or AliExpress or where? It was a set of 3. This is the thickest and shortest one, because I want to make quite thick line. So you can see it, and there if you do very thin line, it's gonna vanish to the multichrome. I'm sorry if I'm in an awkward that you can't see, but and when I'm doing my liner, I'm always supporting my hand with my pinky. See? Oh, And the other side. If you can't see me, I'm gonna cut the part off. That's that. I need to still do some cleaning. So I think this is most of the eye look. Of course, lashes and eyeliner. The eyeliner mascara I meant. So yeah, I will go do the rest of the makeup now and I will come back with the finished look. Here is the finished look today. Didn't add any earrings because, you know, I just didn't feel like it. So for the lips I used Milani lipstick. What's this called? I can't see, but it's the packaging like this, and the shade is Dahlia. So it's like this very vampy, dark, purpley, reddish shade. And as you can see, I got a little overboard with the blush. I used the purple blush from Theresa's Lethal collection. Theresa is Dead collection with Lethal Cosmetics, this purple with shimmer in it. It's called Cryostasis, if I remember right. And then I put a bit pink on top of it from the Made by Mitchell Blurs Pressed in the shade Think Pink. And that's like pretty much, well, of course I used bronzers and such, but you can find everything that I used in the description box, of course, but I just wanted to tell you the obvious things that you can see on my face. So yeah, this is the look today, and yes, I figured I can go a bit overboard because it's evening. I'm pretty much gonna go straight to shower from here and wash this off because it's late already. It's about 7 p.m. now, so it took about 2 hours, but yeah, this is the look today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of every new upload. And just to remind you that when there's a star in front of a link in the description box, it means it is affiliated, and I earn a small commission from it. And if you use those, thank you very much, it helps me a lot. And yeah, that's all. Hopefully we will. Oh, one more thing. I can't take pictures in natural light because it's so late and it gets so dark so early. It gets dark around 4 p.m. already in here, so you will only get pictures in the lights that I have in this room. But yeah, hopefully we will see you very soon. Bye.